All games are available on day one with Game Pass. My face is in the way. Hold on. Let me put me up here. And maybe make myself smaller. You don't need to see my face. Peggy 18. Thank you for sitting through those ads, folks. Watch as you reveal your own game, Slink Song. 4 games. Okay, so we're only talking about the 4. Doom, South of Midnight, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and then whatever the secret one is. So many faces. So many devs. Is this Team Ninja?
Konnichiwa, Koei Tecmo Games チーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですがこちらをご覧ください。
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
I am a little annoyed that there aren't captions.
No escape.
Matt, hello? Matt, how's it going? It's good to see you. Hi, Ionic. I know, Amorous. I'm like this is pre-recorded. There's no reason you shouldn't have captions. Yona, hello. Matt, of course. Hi, how was stream? What did you get up to today? We are watching the Xbox Developer Direct.
Hayabusa.
And the stream that we're watching it off of, IGN, on YouTube, has no captions. So, love it.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Ninja Gaiden 4.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり、容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション、忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として、忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。
I know nothing about this series. I'm like, ooh.
さんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。
I know it has ninjas,
タイトルを10年以上の時を超
and
え
it's
て
hard.
新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界で
Hi,
新主人公であるもう一人の
Breezy.
少年
Hello.
ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜はやぶさも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜はやぶさが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
Cool. Doing more Link's Awakening. It's been a lot because you're playing, yeah, the Game Boy version. Yeah. I had gotten halfway through it and I was like, man, this game is a lot. But thank you so much for that raid. Oh! Folks, welcome on in. If you're new here, hello, hi. My name is Ash. My pronouns are she, they. I'm a full-time co-working and gaming streamer. We're watching the Xbox Developer Direct today. And then we're going to be jumping into the Elden Ring DLC. We're back into it. It's like day 6, I think. Why are things moving like that?
ヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
Doing the Game Boy Color version, yeah.
前作より立体的
Beat the Game Boy Color exclusive dungeon and worked on getting to the next area. Hell yeah.
忍者アクションを駆使して
I need to get back to it, Ari.
レールアクション、スイングアクション
There's so many Zelda games that I'm like, I need to play this, and I haven't.
これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションやチャレンジ、隠されたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
新しい主人公のヤクモは
Maybe after Kingdom Hearts 4.
町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の超人たり得る。
Yeah, Matt, thank you so much again for the raid. I appreciate you immensely. If you or any of the raiders need to like step away, stretch, get a snack, that sort of thing, please do so. We just started stream, so I'm gonna be live for a while longer. Feel free to hang out, lurk. This looks really cool. I don't know if it's a game for me, but it looks really cool.
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらに、
Yes, it's so
ヤクモが使える
fast.
新要素、結節忍術、ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によって、これまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。
Enjoy walking the
ヌエの型
dog.
ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。
So the Ninja Gaiden
1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、
games are
敵もガード
hard?
や回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。
Maybe I should play them.
敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら、一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの方によって、
I'm
忍者
intrigued.
ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。 本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。
Oh.
ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ、新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Releases this fall? Oh, okay.
さて本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。こちらをご覧ください。
Not them being like, and another thing. Oh.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
That's an interesting way to climb up a chimney.
Thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Wasn't a chimney, but I couldn't think of what else to call it.
Go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
I think so, yeah.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の
Okay, definitive edition of the game.
を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜ハヤブサに加え綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、そして
Oh, console, PC, Xbox, Game Pass today.
忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。今年はチーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め
You can have a den of gay ninjas today.
となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。本日はありがとうございました。
Cool. Cancel Elden Ring DLC, we're being gay. We're playing Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, once I get my PC set up. Yeah, that was the secret game, Slinky.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal,
Ninja Gaiden
Canada.
4.
At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood.
I'm
drama,
excited
and
for this.
For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
They did reveal the secret first, yeah.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power,
I just think it's like it looks so interesting stylistically.
She encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here, my salvation.
Among them is
Big
Catfish,
Fish,
the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weaver thing and help me down?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These Haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
I love that it traps you in combat. I'm like, oh, cool. So I can't just run past them.
For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved
nice.
abilities,
Skill
and you'll have to
tree!
decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding. The combat
I love a good
system
skill
is
tree.
fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
Yeah, I'm stoked for this.
To reflect the creature that's been doing
Like, I was already in. I am in.
atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters engage
Hi,
the sequences
Dandino.
also reflect
Yeah.
the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic. These encounters feature multiple phases that ramp up in complexity. As the encounters progress, the musical theme builds up, cranking the tension.
Ooh.
Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or hugging Molly, each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
We got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Indian
Ari.
world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The weight of the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual
Hi,
interpretation,
Poofa.
we embrace
No.
the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our
No,
own version of
dude.
a fantastical
No,
deep
dude.
south.
No, sir. I love you.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes. We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give
South of Midnight.
such a unique
Mhm.
personality. We hope you
No, I
enjoy
think
this
it's
deep dive
like
into
it
South of
looks
Midnight.
absolutely
We're thrilled to
beautiful
announce that the game will
and just
launch
like
on
super
April 8th,
interesting
and pre-orders
stylistically.
are now available on Xbox and Steam.
Huff, we can't be doing this right now, my guy. Ugh.
Bonjour, everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive, and welcome to our manor.
French. Hi, Ellie.
Based in Montpellier, France.
Good
working
morning.
on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
I'm also very
It's a
excited for
turn-based
this game.
RPG set in the fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Seriously?
Here we are.
Dude, that's
Our
not a
grand
good spot to
adventure in game
lay down.
development
Oh my
actually
god.
started
Okay,
as a
hold on.
solo
Let me
passion
just...
project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world.
I was summoned by
I knew
the
I needed help
French.
to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely
Okay, so
original,
it's turn-based.
and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and a drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours.
Yeah,
And that
turn-based
started
with
the hook.
quick time stuff.
67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number
Which
on her
I
monolith.
really
Everyone
like.
who has passed
I don't
that
know
age
if y'all know this.
Every year that number ticks down.
I fuck with
everyone dies
turn-based
from
combat.
to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
And the story seems so fucking cool.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about Aria.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
I'm so excited for this game.
What are we gonna do? In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Gay?
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
Gay?
Their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. Battle mechanic where he can turn
That looks like a friend.
Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jest Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jest Trolls across the game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
Oh! His little butt!
To secret corners of the world. Special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
Oh.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction.
I love that!
Which adds intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or firing at the right time. Balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is
So not to be like,
viable,
you know, the Legend of Dragoon.
Each character has a unique mechanic.
But that's like one of my favorite things about The Legend of Dragoon is the combat. It's turn-based, but it's also got quick time events and it's like rhythm-based.
As a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills.
And I fuck with it.
Equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills.
Who the fuck is doing PR for this, right?
They can gain through Lumina and weapons.
Skill tree mentioned. I love a good skill tree.
Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrel Village is an early area.
Yeah, I think I'm streaming this one, y'all.
Fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrels are like.
Kepler is holding it, handling
The
it.
ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrels, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger.
Kepler's holding it hostage.
In case enemies get in.
Yeah,
Same
Tegan.
process with the characters. Monoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
It's so funny. I wanted to raid Tegan yesterday because she was playing Fear the Spotlight. She had just happened to end stream as I was about to raid out. I was like, damn it!
Many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas.
Tegan's
and
lovely.
visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes,
Love this
we got
whimsical
a world
balloon
map.
man. Yeah. Ooh,
And it was a real
Ooh.
challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it's bigger than we expected.
His
You'll
little
definitely
butt.
see Look
Look at it.
We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past
I'm
4
so
years.
fucking excited.
That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wishlist the game and follow us for more info.
April!
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33.
That's soon!
It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story,
Feet.
our world, and our take on the turn-based genre.
More feet.
On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Yeah, April 24th. This year. Okay, it's gonna be on PC and PlayStation 5. Basically, this game comes out tomorrow. Considering how fast January went by, yeah. Doom. It's Doom time. Hi, Spofd. Yeah, I don't know why everything's coming out in April. Good news.
Hello, and welcome to
I mean,
Dallas, Texas, home
I'm
of
not going to be able to stream it right away. If I can cover it, I will be stoked. I won't be able to stream it right away.
first-person shooters.
Just because I typically can't stream brand new games.
As passionate as ever, and the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
Everyone's fled from Monster Hunter, yeah.
Those values are infused in every
Making a new album with a free game is a bonus.
in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now,
You've noticed yelling about it helps. That's the thing is that like I've tried doing that with other releases.
I was so stupid I mouthed the words.
And it's just it doesn't work for me. Oh my goodness, boy.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016.
Oh.
And that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
Never been a Doom player.
In Doom Eternal,
I love
you
this
felt
for
like
y'all
a fighter
though.
jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
You tried it and really struggled with the controls, yeah.
And a balance between enemy projectiles.
I do love watching Doom.
That makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Oh!
Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input.
Wait. A shield saw?
On a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
You know, okay, you know what?
to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever
Pizza
created.
cutter, let's go.
But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about
So,
a fire flail?
my favorite weapon in Hades is the shield.
Or even a doom spiked mace. That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any
I love
angle,
this.
in and out as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable.
It's okay to have bad taste. Oh, fuck off, Ari.
And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, melee is also more my speed. Being able to wombo combo it.
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
I love ridiculous weapons.
Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use...
This looks really fun, actually.
So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
Where's the hidden Isabel? Where is she? I don't know why I never, like, gravitated towards Doom, but, like, yeah, the music is good. It looks fun as hell. Oh!
Under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever
Y'all!
or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer.
Let's fucking go!
I've been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
I fucking love that.
And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing Gatling gun.
Doom Kaiju!
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these...
Right, Ellie, they're so excited about it. I love it.
And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom the Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's
Secrets and
always something
treasures.
new waiting to be discovered or destroyed.
Poison swamps!
At just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom the Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources.
Oh, not the swimming.
Who you fight and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Big hand.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal
Hi,
soundscape
Marcus.
that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom the Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases...
May! May 15th. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I cannot move.
This is so like...
You will feel like the super weapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
Yeah,
All of Hazel's powers are
all those
designed
games
around
looked
the
fucking
top
sick.
The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
I'm even more excited for Expedition 33 than I was previously. South of Midnight looks incredible. I might actually play a fucking Doom game. I'm intrigued by Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. That was sick. That was sick.